acting is a journey of self-discovery and a lot of physical rigor. So, what's your take on it?
Of course, it's internal and external. So, I guess what happens is here how to dig within yourself to find answers. You will not always relate to scenes. You will not always relate to characters. So when I play a hooligan in Ishak Zadeh, I don't understand Parma. I don't know him. I will never maybe even come across a person like that and be okay with the way he behaves with women. You realize that you need to push beyond what your upbringing is, what your thought process is. An actor cannot be caught up कि यार मैं ऐसे नहीं करता. You need to let go of the मैं because स्पेशली इन इंडिया हमारी सोशल कंडीशनिंग बहुत ज्यादा है कि यार मर्द ऐसे नहीं करते या मैं ऐसे नहीं करूंगा या हमारी फैमिली में ऐसे नहीं करते. Eventually you have to let go, and I feel that is when you truly find yourself, when you let go. I remember मैं जब इशक ज़ादे की शुरुआत कर रहा था, in the sense not even shooting, जब मैं ऑडिशन करने गया था हबीब सर के लिए, तो पहले हफ्ते 10 दिन तो वो मुझे रास्ते पे लेके जाके बस खड़ा करके बोलते थे तुम रास्ते पे नॉर्मल आदमी की तरह चल के घूम के लोगों की आंखों में आंखें डालकर जीना चालू करो. बिकॉज आई वॉज अ वेरी शाई टिमिड पर्सन, इन द सेंस आई वॉज वेरी विद इन माई सेल्फ, बिकॉज आई वॉज फिजिकली ओवरवेट इन माई हेड all the time. So he used to take me out and make me just walk and look at people and create a confidence and a body language which he felt could be like Parma. Then eventually when he felt okay, I have some confidence. I remember one day we were doing rehearsals and we were doing readings and he said chalo mere saath, and we went downstairs. Ishak Zadeh में एक scene है जहाँ पे I barge into the bathroom in the girls' college and I go and I hold Pariniti and I look at her and I say माफी दे दे, गलती हो गई. And she says जान जान ले लूंगी हरामजादे, and I turn around and say हरामजादे नहीं इशक ज़ादे, जो काफी फेमस हुआ था ट्रेलर में. पर वो सीन लेडीज बाथरूम के अंदर है. मैं जिंदगी में एक लेडीज बाथरूम में नहीं जाऊंगा एज अर्जुन कपूर, मुझसे होगा ही नहीं, मेरी हिम्मत ही नहीं होगी, कल्चरली सोचा भी नहीं जाएगा. लेकिन परमा जाएगा बिकॉज परमा के लिए कुछ फर्क नहीं है लेडीज जेंट्स, उसे अपनी बात करनी है और उसे पता है जोया से बात करनी तो वही जाएगा. तो आई यूज्ड टू ऑलवेज टॉक अबाउट दैट सीन. वन डे ही जस्ट रैंडमली टुक मी, ही सेड कम ऑन एंड ही सेड ओके एंटर द गर्ल्स बाथरूम. को आई वाज लाइक अरे सर आई कांट डू दैट, वो तो सेट पे. ही सेड गो एंटर द गर्ल्स बाथरूम. सर आई कांट डू दैट. आप तू अर्जुन नहीं, तू परमा है, तुझे घुसना पड़ेगा और तुझे बनना पड़ेगा, वरना ये फिल्म तेरे से होने नहीं वाली. I barged into the bathroom on that whim, and bathroom khali tha, and I realized he had emptied out the bathroom. It was not his agenda to make me see girls standing inside or anything. It was just at that point he just wanted to get that thought out of my head that Parma can do this and this is what it feels like. So that was a discovery for me that there is an animal within all of us that exists that sometimes comes out when we are pushed against the wall. I did go to Aditya Chopra and say, sir, I don't think I'm the right choice for this film. And he said, yeah, the problem is you are too caught up in your head. If you let go, you are the perfect choice for this film, but you have to trust the process, trust the maker, trust the material, and trust yourself. You have to take that chance and submit and let go. And then eventually I did do that. It took me maybe a week or two of my upbringing, my culture, my thought process. And to play a character जहाँ पे मजहब जरूरी हो जाता है एक point पे, a character that does certain things where he loses a parent because of the actions. So many things that I would not want to be a part of at a human level personally, but then you let go of that and you invest. So I learned something new about myself with that film. Like a film like Two States, I could correlate to that person and that character completely. When I did Kiyanka, I could correlate completely. So then you use the thoughts that I have grown up loving my mother and caring a certain way. So in both those films, that relationship matters. The way I conduct myself with my partner in those films, I could feel, nahi yaar, if I had a girlfriend, I would go to this extent. If I was married, I would be like this. So then you can find a correlation. So that is an emotional part. Some characters you will not relate to, but you need to find it within yourself to push and find correlation. Some characters will come naturally to you because you'll say, यार ये मैंने देखा है बड़े होते हुए, ये मैं समझ सकता हूँ, ये मैं कर सकता हूँ because I've been through it or I've seen my friends go through it. So there will be various coming of age moments in your personality mentally. Physically, of course, I think it's very underrated how physically daunting acting is. And I'm not saying making a body or I'm not saying, the action part of it. I'm saying you need to be alive as an actor. So as body language, so I'm a person who sits and behaves a certain way normally. जब मैं बात कर रहा हूँ आपसे तो मैं एक तरीके से हूँ, लेकिन if I have to play a character, I need to find a body language that is out there. And जब हमारे acting teachers बोलते हैं, when they say, find an animal or find a posture, it helps, and we don't realize it. So now you might not see that body language in every scene because it's not important, but wherever necessary, that thought process is now in my head, which will come out in the body language subconsciously when I let go and I perform a scene. So uh, I find body language very interesting. I also feel just the fact that it is physically a very, very tough profession. You need to have the ability to stand on your feet, think on your feet, be alert, be alive, and after 20 takes also have the physicality to deliver like it's your first, whether it comes to an emotional scene, a comedy scene. So it is physically very, very daunting. You cannot be. So let me put it this way: you might have to work for 18, 20 hours a day, go sleep for 3, 4 hours, drive, be back on set, and be back for a 12, 14-hour shift, again standing on your feet without lunch breaks, without nasta breaks. And you will have to put in that effort and energy. And honestly, you need to take breaks because you're an actor, so you can focus. But when you see 200 people standing for you and working, you on your own will push yourself harder. So you need to be somebody who's mentally able to give more than what your physicality allows also sometimes. Because इतनी थकान में ना कई बार बहुत अच्छी performances निकलती है, but you have to. मुझे मेरी थकान बहुत पसंद है. I love being tired after a good day's work, emotionally, mentally, physically. I feel there is something very gratifying in that. But you need to be somebody who enjoys manual labor in the garb of creativity. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people, but when you guys start working, आपको समझ में आएगा. क्रिएटिव आदमी को मजदूरी करनी पड़ती है to be able to showcase his creativity, और उसका मजा उठाना आना चाहिए, वरना this profession is not free.